Hello, today we're going to look at other uses for animal words, using animal words about non-animal situations. This is only a selection of animal words used to mean something else. Most of them are about people, and some of them are degrading or abusive or sexually orientated. Many of them are said by men about women. I've left all of those ones out. Many are also old-fashioned and only used by older generations. I've tried to focus on ones that are used a lot, that you're likely to read or hear. First one, cat burglar. So burglars, also known as robbers or thieves, use a lot of different ways to steal. Some drive cars into ATM machines, for example. Cat burglars try to be as quiet and secret as possible, like a cat. They sometimes enter a house when people are sleeping and quietly steal things from them. They are so quiet that the owners stay asleep. Rat. To rat on someone means to give information to someone who is looking for a person. Could be the police or a teacher or someone who wants to hurt them. The effect is that they are found because of what you said. They're going to be very unhappy with you. Cow. Have a cow means to lose your cool and have a fit about something, often something not very important. It was a favorite saying of Bart Simpson, a character in the long-running Simpsons cartoon on TV. A snake in the grass. Snakes are generally seen as bad and they can't be trusted. This probably goes back to the Bible where the snake persuades Eve to get Adam to eat the apple that God has told them to leave alone. A snake in the grass is someone who is working against you. They're not on your side, but they are not honest about it. They may pretend to be your friend. Maybe they are collecting information about you and passing it on to your enemies. A duck. This comes from the game of cricket, which is not played much outside a few countries that used to be part of the British Empire, so they are mostly English-speaking countries. There is a batsman and a bowler, a bit like a batsman and a pitcher in baseball, but the batsman continues and can score until he is out. If the batsman gets out without scoring, it's called a duck. If he's out first ball, it's called a golden duck. A big ape. This is always said by a woman about a man. It's affectionate and is usually said between a couple or maybe between mother and a grown-up son. The basic situation is that the guy is tall or big and he has made a mess of what he is doing. Maybe he has broken something or done something the wrong way, but something not too serious. The woman is scolding him for what he has done, but in a very friendly and not very serious way. So, for example, look what you've done, you big ape. You've put away all the plates in the wrong place. Elephant. An elephant in the room means there is something that everybody knows about that is controlling what is happening, but nobody wants to talk about it. It's huge and affects everything around it like an elephant, but people don't want to talk about it. They talk about other things and pretend they are important, but they're not compared to the elephant. Shark. A loan shark is a bad person who lends you money. He's not really trying to help you. He wants you to stay in debt to him forever so he can keep making a big profit from lending you money. The interest rate will be very high. He takes advantage of people in a bad situation. They often know it's dangerous to borrow from him, but they are desperate and they have no alternative. Shark. A loan shark is a bad person who lends you money. He's not really trying to help you. He wants you to stay in debt to him forever so he can keep making a big profit from lending you money. The interest rate will be very high. He takes advantage of people in a bad situation. They often know it's dangerous to borrow from him, but they are desperate and they have no alternative. Pony. To pony up means to repay money or do something else you have promised. Mostly it's used when there's been a delay in making the payments. So, for example, the man who you pay your rent to says, You've missed the last two payments. It's time to pony up and pay everything you owe me. Guinea, pronounced gin, like the end of begin, and then E. Guinea pig. If someone says you're a guinea pig, they mean that what they plan for you hasn't been tested. You are the test case. This is talking about a situation where researchers want to test something intended for humans, maybe a new medicine. They're not ready to test it on humans in case it hurts them, so they test it on animals. Often guinea pigs are the animals used. So, for an example, how you might use it in English, no one's ever tried this before, but it should work. You can try it if you want. You can be the guinea pig. Pig. This one is fairly obvious, and it's an insult. It means you're acting like a pig. Often this is about the way you eat your food. You put as much in your mouth as it can hold. But it can be about other things, where someone is dirty or messy and doesn't clean up their mess. So, for example, his house was filthy, dirty clothes were all over the floor, the plates hadn't been washed, and no one had cleaned the room for a long time. He lived like a pig. Owl. This is a bird that sleeps in the day and hunts at night. If you call someone a night owl, it probably means they stay up late or work late and get up late the next day. Frog. If you have a frog in your throat is full of spit and is stopping you from speaking normally. Mostly it's not a big deal, but if you're speaking to an audience, it can be awkward. People about to start a public speech will often clear their throat before they start, so that this doesn't happen. Stag. A stag is a male deer. A stag party is a party a man has with all his friends, men friends only, on the last night before he gets married. It's his last night as, quote, a free man, unquote. Once he's married, he will not be able to do all the things he used to do, especially things with his mates. Hen, which is a female chicken. A hen party is the female equivalent of a stag party. It's often, but not always, more under control. There will probably be less drinking because the bride wants to look her best tomorrow. Badger. To badger someone means to be a pain, to keep asking the same thing many times and not taking no for an answer. Badgers are rare, even in the countries where they live. Most people have never seen one. Turkey. Calling someone a turkey is saying they are a bit useless at what they should be doing. Dinosaur. If you call someone a dinosaur, it means they are living a long way in the past. But it's not an unfriendly comment. So, for example, my grandfather told me he preferred black and white movies. I told him he was a bit of a dinosaur. Note that by saying a bit of a dinosaur instead of only a dinosaur, you're also showing it's a friendly comment. And this is the end, my friend. See you again next time.